A lone rider, dwarfed by the magnitude and the scale of the Coast Mountain Range. So vast that you can travel for days without seeing another human. But you can feel the connection, formed from the culture of the people who have long called this place home. In a spiritual way, this is our holy place. The silence and calm of the coastal rainforest provides peace, something we search and seek out for our entire lives. Time slows, old wounds heal, new experiences beckon as we rapidly descend through the forest, dropping through the pillow fields and onto the open ground below. The connection we feel when we are here, below the forest's canopy, in sync with the rhythm and energy of these giants, gives us great joy. Thankful for their energy and life force that they provide for us.
These local areas that mean so much to us, having the opportunity to design a ski that's especially created for that type of terrain is really, unique for me, and almost like an ode to what's given me so much as well, which is these mountains, these forests, and the places that raised us. The important part of shaping my own skis is to be able to use them to manifest those real life visions you have. And especially when the terrain you're searching for is so specific, it's important to have a ski that specifically enables you to achieve those moments and visions you have of how you want to ride.
We leave our comfort zone and venture far across the vast Pacific Ocean to a land with a long and fascinating history, with a mountain culture so very different from our own, yet familiar and comforting all the same. We come here to stretch our creative boundaries, looking for inspiration, innovation, and a creative force to move ourselves forward.
This is the culture that's inspiring us. This is the snow that's inspiring us. This is kind of the best place for us to go test out the hydrodynamics of these new skis we built and see how they perform in these sacred grounds.
The deep connection that the rider feels is forged by the culture and respect held by the people of this land. Etched into his mind are the mystical forests, steep canyons, roaring streams, and spiritual onsens. Time seems to stand still. But in fact, time moves on, inexorably inching forward towards its destiny.
learned a lot from them over there as far as how to respect and treat the mountains the way that you would treat anything else you love in life. Not something that's taken, it's something that's given, and I think it's worth holding that in a special place in your heart that's respected and not just taken for granted. Seeing the respect that they had for the mountains over there was a big eye-opener for broadening our respect for those special places we have here right in our backyard.
Bringing these experiences home, we see our own backyard from a new perspective. With our minds expanded, we view our own world with a fresh set of eyes. The minutiae of our place is clearer now. Creativity abounds.
Tide dropping. Logan dropping. Cow in 3, 2, 1. Coming at ya. Okay, Kai dropping in 5.
The challenge of this terrain requires great skill combined with true grit and determination. These short days of winter, although lacking in light and warmth, allow these north-facing zones to build into unique formations. We enter these areas with great respect, following in the invisible footsteps of those who passed this way before us.
But even when you do everything right, you're still just hanging on for dear life, trying to make it to the bottom. It's truly the rodeo ride of skiing. Just like riding a bull, you got one shot. Nothing else matters, really. You're just simply trying to make it to the bottom. That's what I live for.
These darkest days of the winter solstice leave us a short window for the brilliance of the mountains to shine through. Look away and you may miss it, but shape us it will.
For me, being in the forest is one of the most quiet and grounding places I've ever been. There's really nothing else around you that can distract you from that present moment. Looking for random openings in the woods that pop out into a cliff band with a boulder field below them, and you pretty much just stumble upon them. It's such a unique thing because there's really nothing else like it.
Logan in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Kai dropping in 5.
There's a lot that the mountains give to us. It's the kind of place that takes you back in time, that puts you in the moment and really makes you have respect for what's been there in the past and hopefully what will still be there in the future.
There is no path that is more correct than the other. We all have a path of our own that is inspired and directed by the unseen forces around us. Travel your path with respect. Stay safe on your journey.